Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Angel City Stories. How are you all tonight? Thank you for joining us in chat. Love to see all your beautiful faces already. Welcome in. I would like to start by introducing our players. Starting to my... Nope, got it wrong already. Yep, there we go. To my left, the cantankerous, capricious conundrum herself. It's Cassie playing Patassi. To my northwest, he's dishing out law by the metric ton. It's Alex playing out Titus Halston. Due north, some might say our spiritual guide. We just say she's a lover of teddy bears, a purveyor of baseball bats. It's the wildling playing Eve. To my northwest, he is a man of principles, but so long as that principle is shoot first. It's Joe playing Grifter / Muffins.
That's a lie, I have no principles.
And finally, to my right, he drives a gator. He wears gators on occasion. And he's cooler than Burt Reynolds. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pete playing Bunny Boy.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
Oh, goodness. All right, a little bit of housekeeping before we jump into the game. If you want to follow along with the game, if you're not familiar with it, log on to our website, www.playidentico.com. There you will find the core rule book, background, music, you name it, including merch, including these fun little pins. Look at that. It's our alien pin. It's so cute. Along with a lot of stickers that are very fun, including the show's logo. Look at that. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Hey, look at that. My favorite is for the GMs and DMs out there. You can put one that says, "This is my GM screen" on your laptop, because who actually has a DM screen anymore these days? We all do it behind our laptops.
I'm an old man. I still do.
Yes. I also like to use this at work when people are wondering what the hell's going on. And if they're wondering about what's going on, I just point to the sticker there all the time. If you are joining us or are not able to see us every week, we also have a YouTube channel. The link is search Identico on YouTube. The link is down below and in chat, so ! YouTube if you want to find it. We also have all of our new adventures up on DriveThruRPG. So DriveThruRPG.com. You can find our latest adventure, The City of Glass, which is the first episode of Monsters and Man, which is a 3-part series that will actually turn Identico as a story on top of its head. So we will be having a lot of fun with that coming up soon. If you are... drop us a follow here. We are trying to make affiliate on this channel. It would be fantastic. Because once we do, and you're able to donate some bits and subs, we have a little bit of fun that we want to have with the players then when you're able to do that. I think that's it. Guys, is there anything else? Did I miss anything? I think that's all the announcements that we have to make.
No, but I would like to point out that when you're talking about having your "this is my GM screen" at work, I'm just picturing an employee or something coming in and you're just sitting there rolling D20s behind the screen.
Sir, is this budget approved? I don't know. Hold on. Let me roll for that. Nope, you rolled a 1. You're fucked.
Am I in trouble? Roll 1. Ooh, not good for you, buddy.
That's going to be performance improvement right there. Yeah, what's your year-over-year goals look like? Well, at least to get 11 and above. What does that mean? Well, you'll find out.
What would you need in order to pass that check too? Is like charisma, intelligence?
I mean, it's in the corporate world, so I mean, you'd have to have, like, if we're being, or are we being serious, or are we continuing the joke? Because charisma would win you anything in the corporate world. Intelligence, for those of us that work at large corporations, here and there sometimes.
Useful.
Determination. There you go. Determination.
Yeah.
Failing upwards is a friend.
That is that is a true thing.
That is very true. Very true.
Vote 2020.
For some of us, it's a career plan.
Look at me. Look at me
Same.
now. This is where we're at.
We be here.
We be here. We be here in the streets, man. Cool. I think if that's all of our notes, so let's bring it in tonight for episode 12 of Angel City Stories. So a quick recap for those folks that are just joining us. This band of Funyuns started out in Angel City with a job to escort some supply trucks from Angel City to New Haven, which is out near Colorado Springs. They apprehended the trucks and made their way out of the city and landed in New Haven to earn their reward. Absolutely nothing wrong happened along the way. They spent the night in New Haven, got breakfast, and Titus was woken up early the next morning with a new mission. They were asked to go rescue a group of scouts that were lost in, supposedly, the ruins of Colorado Springs, which is a city adjacent to New Haven. After much deliberation on the right music to play in the Jeep on the way down the mountain, the team made their way into the ruins to search for the missing scouts. And after coming upon a sizable camp, a caravan, if you will, who were in the middle of having a cookout and playing soccer, the group made the choice to engage. But after diplomatic solutions seemingly broke down. There may or may not have been some peeing and pooping on the side or something like that too. It's fine. We will pick up where the group has agreed to at least break bread with the leader of the group, Joel, who I believe just previously had a gun to Bunny Boy's head, is where we're going to leave it off from there. Everybody had just put down their weapons, and that's where we're going to pick up tonight's show. So, Bunny Boy, you are still standing in the middle of this opening, clearing kind of thing. A lot of folks have weapons in their hands. You are not one of them, though. And Joel has just now gotten his hand. He still has his hand right here on your chest. Lovingly, menacingly, don't know. Maybe a little bit of both, who knows. But you no longer have a magnum pointed to your temple. Titus, you are opposite, I believe, of Joel. And we had two Robs facing off against each other. And I believe that,
to be fair, Joe's like a ways away.
Joe is a ways away. He's like AT&T. He can reach out and touch somebody though.
That's why we love Joe.
Yep. Katassi and Eve, I believe you were still behind the caravan a little bit, but you were coming back out that way, if I remember correctly. What would you all like to do?
Well, I believe we're going to begin by staring at each other quietly.
Okay. It's always a good way to start the show. Oh, I mean in real life. Okay. I
Yeah.
get it. Okay.
I'm just gonna text the group. Let me know when you want me to start shooting you.
Joe, the Rob that you see looks it looks like it could be a distant cousin to Muffins. Like, it's definitely seen better days. It's a bit ragtag and been put back together a few times. But you see, if respect versus respect, how's that? On Rob to Rob, how about that?
No, it was down in the little, like, wagon circle palisade thing they had made, right? It was not, like, outside of it.
No. It's kind of at the apex of that whole sort of semicircle, okay. Horseshoe kind of thing. Yeah. It's much closer to Bunny Boy than it is to anybody else.
Well, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that. In the last session, I had fired at the minigun. Am I able to ascertain what kind of damage I did to it?
I don't think we actually rolled damage to it. You did hit it a little bit, I believe, correct?
According to my rolls, I hit it a lot.
I believe you have damaged it. Let's go ahead and put it that way. You can't tell from this distance whether it's fully offline or not, but you definitely put some shells down range.
Okay, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on the Rav, making sure it's not doing a nefarious business, because I would be doing nefarious business in that situation.
Okay. Titus, what do you want to do?
I said I'm staring quietly at Joel.
Okay.
Where is the building that we went behind to do our business?
So, if
that
you have the
original?
horseshoe kind of like this, they parked up against the building like this, and so you guys would be kind of over. So you're like around a corner, but not like very far around the. Y'all didn't go very far around the corner to do your business.
Gross. Okay. And we still have our guard, right?
Yes, because the guard was not alerted to everything that went down. The guard's just still kind of sitting there with you.
Can I offer him a tamale
Absolutely.
from my bag?
Okay.
That's just a euphemism.
Here's the question. How old are those tamales?
I believe they're from Angel City.
That's at this point,
So-
Eve would get a text message from Grifter/Muffins. Oh my God, wash your hands.
Of course. I have, wet wipes and
Yeah. Okay.
really from Angel City. Like the very first mission that Eve ran with this group.
So that's going to be good.
Yep.
Yeah, they keep
For
flying,
everyone.
it's okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So I'm going to look at the guy who was pointing the gun at Bunny Boy and say, so you were going to tell me all about your mother?
Yes. I'm gonna need a drink before we do that. You like to drink?
Okay. Is it a day ending and why?
That's a good question, actually. What day is it? We've been out here a while.
They all end in Y.
Oh, okay. That was a joke. Just put the gun down. Let's go over here. He gives Bunny Boy a little pat, just on the chest like this, and starts to walk off.
Could have asked for a hug.
Do you want to ask for a hug?
I said he could have asked for a hug.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Could
Fair
have
enough.
One.
You happen to notice as you're walking by, like, even the kids had a knife on them. And the kids are kind of, like, pointed it out at you like this. Like, they want to look mean for a minute. And Joel kind of waves them off like that. And they put it back in there. In their shorts or in their jeans or whatever like that. And they try to go back to playing soccer.
I hope they used like sheaths before they just stuck them in their shorts and jeans, because that's a recipe for a lot of disaster.
I mean, who
No,
knows?
that's a recipe for short kebab.
Yeah.
Okay. Titus, there are, as we said, there's a bunch of different lawn chairs and some folding chairs and things like that around. He offers you, he opens up, what essentially is like an igloo, like a cooler or something like that. And pulls out a couple of bottles, and hands you one. And then he goes and sits down in one of the lawn chairs, seemingly not caring about the fact that there's a Rav and there's another Rav and there's some people. Like, he's the most nonchalant person about this you could ever say.
Okay. So I take the beverage from him and I sit down in an adjacent lawn chair with my rifle across my lap, but noting with my hand not near the trigger well.
Mm-hmm. He kind of looks at you, and you kind of see him do one of these things, and he just pops the cap on it real quick. But he saves the cap, and you see him kind of tuck it into a little jacket pocket, and then take a big, long swing. And
I
good.
pop open the beer,
Uh-huh.
take a swig.
All right. It's not the best beer you've ever had in your life, but you could definitely tell
Probably
it's
not the worst.
well. Let's break that down. How well does Titus, being originally from the wastes, and then having the stuff you can get in Angel City, can he tell the difference between the homemade stuff and the not homemade
definitely.
stuff? Okay.
Definitely.
This gives you like flashbacks to like when you were 14 and drinking back in the homestead. How's that?
Nice.
Like it's
Yeah.
they made it themselves or found somebody that made it. It's not the shit you can get in Angel City.
This is not filtered at all.
No, it's not filtered. It's also not nitro, but it's not filtered.
That's how you know it's good, when it's crunchy.
Yikes.
All right. So tell me your story.
Well, he kind of looks at you at first and he's like, "That's a pretty nice rifle, mate. Where'd you serve?"
What do you mean?
Come on now. Seen a few marshals in my day. Where you get those from? Isn't it?
It is a fairly standard Marshall rifle.
So one of two things either happened. You either killed one, or you were one. Kill
Doesn't
one?
matter which one.
I'm just trying to make small talk. That's all.
Okay. Yes, I was a Marshal,
Okay.
and then I realized that the Marshals are bastards and bad people. So I stopped.
Fair enough. I've known a few in my day. I can't say I got a lot of love for them, but we've had our tussles in the past. It's fine. I tend to leave a lot be if I can help it, though. He takes another big swig of his beer, and he goes, "So, want to know about my mom, huh?"
You were the one that brought her up. I'm here for the scouts. Then
Yeah,
you
see,
said,
that's where
Then
all
you
of this
said
is
something
going.
about your mom,
Yep.
and then we stared at each other. And so now you got to tell me what this has to do with your mother.
Fair enough. You're gonna help me today. You don't know about
Am
it
I?
yet, but you're gonna help me today. It's gonna be great.
Oh, well, that's news.
Yeah. You can get the scouts back.
Okay.
No problem. In fact, they've been really kicking back beers in the back of the RV. Pop, pop, out of the RV kind of thing. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "But when we take them back, you're going to take me and a couple others to go see. We'll have a little discussion." That's the terms. That's real simple, really. I don't know how much she's paying you to bringing them back, but I figured that once we took them one way or the other, that she was going to send somebody. And, yeah. Going to help me go get some time with her, have a little chat.
Okay. So who's going to try and kill me if I just try and bring you in the gate?
See, that's how we going to look nice.
See, that's what I was waiting for.
It's real simple. Make it look like you captured the people that captured the scouts.
That's one theory, but that's not going to guarantee you getting in there, because I'll tell you right now, if they run like a bunch of other coppers, what they're going to do when I drag you up there in handcuffs is they're going to take you away from me and put you in their custody. And then I can't guarantee you're going to get to see your mother.
Fair enough. I'm willing to take that chance. Takes another swig of a beer.
So let me get this straight. We get the scouts back. All I got to do is put you in handcuffs and take you back to the city with us.
I said you were going to take a couple of us back. Not just me.
Okay,
In
so
fact,
two
you're
of
going to take
you.
this caravan back. We all going to roll up. See, then they can't arrest all of us.
Oh, but they could shoot all of you.
I mean, they're not going to.
All right, so I pull out my glow, and I've been leaving my Quancom on, and I send out a little text message. Thoughts? Question mark.
I would like some more answers as to why he thinks there's going to be somebody killing him if he goes back.
Anyone else?
Because arguably that would get us shot at too.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to if somebody sent us into this situation knowing that, though. kill two birds with one stone, you know?
Might be.
Who'd you piss off,
I
Titus?
say we do it.
I didn't do nothing.
I want to see what happens.
I mean, we could agree to take him and then get the scouts and then just ditch him on the side of the road somewhere.
Well, yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to ditch an entire caravan. Which reminds me, so I look back at the guy and I'm like, why do you need me to escort your entire caravan up there? There's a whole crap ton of you with a bunch of weapons and a rod.
I ain't there to cause trouble. There to have some negotiations.
I believe you.
Should.
Can we
You were
hear
Marshall.
that?
You were in the wastes.
Yeah.
How many people did you run with in a normal time?
2.
So you
We
tried
didn't
to
run
just,
in caravans.
you just tried to dodge. Well, you think these kids are gonna be okay on their own? You look around. There's a few old folks sitting there. Some people playing a guitar.
I'm not disputing that. Okay? I'm really not. I'm just trying to not get shot. And I'm trying to finish this job so I can head my happy ass back to the city. That's it.
Ah, so you city boy now. I see how it is. Okay.
Yeah, well, the waste made it pretty clear that I wasn't welcome.
Also fair. He gets up and kind of like just languidly takes another swig of his beer, starts to walk over to the RV, open it up, and you hear him just kind of like get yelling, "Honey, got the meat ready for the grill?" And you hear something unintelligible from inside the RV, and he opens the door a little bit wider as a tall, thin but muscular woman, darker skin complexion, long brown hair, comes out carrying a big old platter of, looks like what raw meat, looks like made up hamburger, things like that. She has her left arm is completely cybernetic. You can see that a little bit of a cybernetic implant is right here on her head. Just kind of like going up from like the middle of her head back, but then it disappears into hair. And then you happen to notice that from the knees down are all cybernetic as well. And she's wearing just some like cut off jeans and kind of a not a spaghetti strap, but just kind of like a tank top kind of thing. And she's got a couple of tattoos just on her arms and things like that. She comes out and starts getting the meat ready and stuff like that, and Joel puts on an apron over his normal garb, ties it around the back, picks up a giant spatula, kind of twirls it in his hand, opens up the grill, and smoke comes pluming out of it. He starts putting burgers down on the thing. He's completely unfazed by this discussion.
Actually, I need to talk to the folks I came with real quick.
Yeah, it's fine. Fine. Hey, we got plenty of food. We killed about 3 bison on the way over this way, so this is, homegrown stuff.
Nice.
Tell them to come down and have a beer.
Well, I mean, you've got 2 of them behind your RV over there with an armed guard, so if you could have them escorted over here, I'd be much obliged.
I mean, it's 2-on-1. I think they're escorting him back, let's be honest. That's just... I didn't send the brightest one with him, let's be honest. But they weren't going to kill him anyway.
My eyes get wide. I'm like, ooh, that was an awful big gamble you made there with one of them girls.
That's probably true, but fine.
Okay. So
The best. Go ahead.
I want to talk to Katassi.
Do you girls come back over, or?
Have I given our guard his tamale yet? It's our parting tamale.
You're parting tamale. He's very confused by the parting tamale, but he's also like, he also doesn't want to be rude, because he's been very like, he doesn't want to be rude, so he takes the tamale, and obviously he wasn't really holding you guys hostage or anything like that for the part. Like, he just kind of looks at you and is like, well, I guess we should walk back.
Okay. guess we
Y'all ladies
should.
done? Y'all ladies okay?
That'll do for now. I
Fair
say,
enough.
And I
Fair
wipe
enough.
my butt.
All right then. Well, let's go. Hey, burgers will be done soon. I can start smelling them. They smell good, don't they?
Yes, they do. What's with
Okay.
the burgers? Do we have more than burgers? Are there
Well,
more tamales here?
no, I don't think we got any more tamales. We killed a couple bison on the way down here, and they make really good burgers. So
All right.
it's like the real stuff. We ain't had like a big good meal in a long time. So this is kind of a special occasion for us. So we get excited for these.
growing. He's growing bison.
Bison grower. Okay.
He's up in the gym just doing bison curls.
Working.
Gosh darn it. Let me look it up really quick.
Yeah.
My brain's melty from work in the real life.
So, Katassi,
Yes, Titus.
this is your town. How many people are going to try and murder us if we escort this caravan back to town?
Depends on how many people are awake when we get there, Titus.
Give me an over/under.
Birds, potatoes.
This could get real dicey.
Birds are over, potatoes are under. In case that was unclear.
Makes sense, actually.
Yeah, it does. Okay, so I mean, do you guys want to take a vote? Apparently, he's willing to give us the scouts if we escort them to town, semi under arrest.
So the not
Um,
showing back up without the scouts, not really an option. Unless you want Leah to be very unhappy with you. In my experience, you don't want Leah to be very unhappy with you.
As a grounder,
This-
I'm gonna go my happy butt back to Angel City, and she'll never see me again. In that case,
Yeah.
That
I mean, he's offering us burgers, and we need the scouts.
I have
Seems
seems
pretty
like
good
a
with that.
very simple and potentially beefy solution to your problem.
I have concerns. I can see the air quotes around negotiation from here.
mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like it would be wise of us to try to see if we can suss out why that was an air quote a little more.
Doesn't seem necessary.
I mean, I don't mind getting shot, but at least typically I want to know why. And that's usually because I did something stupid or shot somebody else or something. But being shot at just because kind of pisses me off a little.
I do feel like we need more information before we make this decision. If there's
I
a way
think-
to get more.
I think Grifter is, and you are both right. Right? I see the air quotes too, but he made me as a cop, and I think we need more information. So I think one of you other people should try and drag it out of him, because he ain't going to talk to me anymore.
I already tried, so I'm out. I just want the burger.
Fair.
This time he's just, picks up the thing, flips them. You can hear the sizzle keep going for a little bit longer. He puts it back down. By this time he's gone through a beer. He goes, gets their beer, just kind of looking at you, and then he gives it a minute. He sits back down and kicks up his legs in the lawn chair. And he's kind of looking back at you. He's like, "Well, burgers are gonna be done soon. Where's the rest of your crew? I mean, you got this boy here. That's pretty good."
Well, I thought,
I like him actually. I like him a lot. He didn't flinch at all. When I did that move like about 2 weeks ago, the boy I did it on literally pissed his pants. It was
I
crazy.
thought even Katassi were over here.
Did y'all make it back?
We're heading back with Travis. We're meandering.
You're meandering back with Travis. Okay.
We're talking about Travis's mama and how
okay.
she raised him.
And
Raised
how
him right
weird
or
he
raised him
finds the
wrong?
Tamalpi.
Yeah,
Well, the jury's still.
fair enough. Fair enough. He kind of looks around. When Eve and Katassi get back, he kind of looks around and goes, "There's 4 of you. We're gonna take on this entire caravan. That was the plan? Tell me that wasn't the plan."
Why would I want to tell you what the plan
assume
was?
There was a plan.
I like this one. He points over Katassi. He's like, "I like this one. I like this one. Jury's still out on you. What's your name?" He points over at you, Titus.
Titus Houston.
Fantastic. You ain't from around here either. He points over to Eve. He's like, "You're not from around here. You don't look like you're from around."
Thank you. You don't look like you're from around here either, Joel.
Well, I spent my time out here. Not in this particular place at all, mind you. But I've spent plenty of time out and around.
Same.
Yeah. So as he's cooking, as people are meandering and mingling, like they are paying you not like no attention or anything like that, but they are going about their day like they normally would. Like they have just somehow brought you into the family a little bit. You see Joel's wife picking up kids, playing with some of the babies, making sure that they're okay, making sure they're not getting into things they're not supposed to get into. She is just sort of walking around tending to the camp. You kind of get the idea that maybe she might be the sort of like mother hen to this whole caravan. And the age ranges, again, very young babies all the way up to some very older folks. And while she's kind of walking around doing all of this, Katassi, can you roll me perception, please?
Yes, I can. I have to remember which dice I fired last week. 16.
16. Most of the time that you all were sitting around in these circles and stuff like that, this woman's left side where her cybernetic arm was there the entire time. She finally takes a turn and you see her right arm and you happen to notice a very distinctive tattoo. Also being from this part of the world, if you roll up your sleeve, you have a smaller one just like her.
Interesting. Where is the tattoo placed on me?
Where do you want it to be?
Wait, it has to be on the arm, right?
Usually
That's
it's on the right
a
arm.
pretty open-ended question.
Yes.
Okay, I'll just put it about halfway up the forearm.
Okay. You happen to know that it's only the women that get. The men in this society do not get this tattoo. Anybody else want to do anything? Or are you just going to eat in silence?
How good is the burger?
It's fantastic.
I'm just gonna text the group to save me a burger.
You're still
Are
going
the
to
kids
be.
still playing soccer?
The kids kind of play soccer, but then when it's time to eat, like they, pick up the ball, they go put it down correctly, they go wash their hands, they sit at the table correctly, and as younger children do, they kind of mess with each other over food. But otherwise they're sitting there eating, doing their thing. They also get carrots. They got a couple carrot sticks and stuff like that they were able to do because eat your vegetables, kids.
These
I
burgers
am-
are good.
Yeah, bison burgers though. I am. Can I go and ask I don't think that we got Bill's partner's name. And I'm assuming, I guess, bold enough to assume that that was his partner that came out of the trailer with the cybernetic.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna ask her what her name is?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my tagline, man.
What's your name? Trademark. She looks at you and she goes, "Well, hello. My name is Malia. What's your name?"
I'm Aaliyah, my name is Eve, and I am in love with the fact that you guys have carrot sticks all the way out here. Do you have a growth system somewhere?
We did some trading about a week ago or so as we were traveling down. There were a few farms about 400 or 500 miles north of here. We did a little bit of trading. We did some hunting and got them in the same time that we got some bison that we were able to kind of claim. We traded one of the bison for several vegetables and things like that they had. So it was a good hunt.
Awesome. That's
It was
really
a good
to
hunt.
hear. I'm surprised these animals still exist.
They're it's amazing what Earth will do. Humans aren't sitting there taking up the whole space.
Oh, good hippie.
What's wrong with hippies, Grifter?
Did Eve meet a love interest?
No, but she sounded cute.
She is stunning. Would be a good way. She's got very powerful cheekbones. Like but she again, you get the case that it's one of those eras where she can be very motherly and very sweet, and if you cross her, she will leave you beheaded in a ditch possibly.
Molly
Can I
Weasley,
offer?
got you.
Oh. Hey, that's perfect actually. Can I offer to help with whatever chore she's doing?
She is at the moment just getting she's getting some of it ready, and when you offer to help, they happen to have some tomatoes and things like that, and so she hands you a decent sized like chef's knife almost kind of thing, and just kind of scoots over a little bit, lets you sit there at this little kind of makeshift prep station table thing she's got going on outside.
Rad. Awesome.
So she kind of just looks at you. She kind of, as you guys are having small talk, she just kind of goes, "Well, how did you find us? We're not exactly hiding or anything like that, but what did they tell you we were doing?" Just kind of, very sweetly just asking, trying to keep small talk.
Out of character, that does not sound like small talk.
She makes it sound like small talk though. That's the thing. Like it's so
Fair.
like you can
Smooth.
kind of tell why her and Joel are together, because they're just like, it's a day. Why did you guys come hunting for us this time?
Okay, so basically we saw the trailers over here and we ran into a scuffle earlier and found this beautiful person next to me and wondered if she might need to be like with you guys. So we decided to bring her over. It's not the best way to do it, but so it smells like food over here and we are hungry people.
Well, that's good, dear. We have a lot to eat today. It's one of the few days that we have actually stopped to take a break. It's been a very long time since we've done that. So usually we travel on pretty well, but today we're having a nice little break. It's been a long summer, so.
So what is it that
Appreciate
you
your willingness
normally
to
do?
share.
If
Yeah.
this is a break day for you, what does a normal day look like? Are you normally travelers? Do you
we do a lot of traveling, and we end up doing a good bit of hunting. That's my specialty. I'm quite handy with a bow and arrow. If I do say so myself. But it's we travel the road a good bit. Usually upwards to Danaska, sometimes down this far, but usually we're just kind of checking in with settlements out around that area. We like to bring back some of the whole foods to the city. Try to reach out and make sure that we're making friends along the way.
Is that how you travel with such a big group? Especially you guys have kids and elderly here?
Yeah,
That could be safe.
Well, I mean, we tend to travel with the people that we pick up along the way. And some of these folks are family, and some of these folks are found, and the folks that are found, especially these older folks here, we want to make sure that they're taken care of. They don't call this place the Wastes for. It can be beautiful, but it can also be very harsh. I hope where you come from, it's quite not that bad. From the looks of your group, she kind of looks around and she goes, y'all have seen a few things, so kind of know where we're coming. We just try to be good people.
What do you do with these people that you collect?
Well, we give them a place to stay while we're going around, and then as we're hitting up the different settlements, if they're able to find a place to settle down, we help them get settled down and set up in a new settlement, or we end up, if we can take them in, permanently, if they're able to, we'll take them in permanently, but usually some of the older folks want to settle down somewhere, so we tend to trade in and see if we can get them passed off with one of the settlements and let them hopefully have some protection and a guaranteed good meal. As much as you can get out here.
Is that how you guys came across the scouts?
Kind of. They did a little bit like you, except they weren't quite as nice about it. They didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to talk to us.
So they sent somebody in with a funny accent to talk to you.
Somebody with a funny
And
accent?
a gun. Never mind. You must
Okay.
have missed our partner's performance earlier.
Oh. Well, I heard it outside, but I mean, Joel had. It's fine. The number of people that come up on our caravan all the time, we have to try to assume that it's friendly, but no, it's wastes. We've dealt with our fair share of bandits in the past. This entire time, by the way, I imagine Bunny Boy's just sitting there. I mean, how many burgers in is Bunny Boy, is the question.
I would say he's knocked down 2 already.
Okay.
Might be thinking about going for a 3rd one, but just a mouthful of burger. I mean, he'll point at Joel. Just be like, these are great. Just good job. And
You've never
with a
had
mouth-
bison before, have you, Bunny Boy?
No, man. I haven't. And then I'm gonna turn and be like, so with a mouthful, like, so is it Joel, like Joe L-E, or Joe with an L, or is it just Joe? And you just add an L sound.
It's Joe. I don't know how y'all spell Joe, but it's Joel. It's just Joel.
So like Joel. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I guess you could kind of say it like.
Nice burgers, Joel. It's
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you, man.
Appreciate it. It's all the wife's doing. I just put it on the. So
Mine
Titus,
too.
Yeah.
you seem to be the one leading this here group.
Oh, that's funny. You
Is
think these people can be led?
I mean, fair enough, I guess. Every man wants to be free, right?
I mean, have you met Grifter?
No, I haven't actually. Who's Grifter? Is that you?
Oh.
And he points over to Bunny Boy. He's like,
No,
is
no.
that your name?
Hey, he doesn't. I'm not gonna answer. I'm just gonna keep laughing and let Titus answer.
No, that's Bunny Boy. Grifter's the guy who's controlling that Rav over there. We should probably go pick up his meat body soon. You know, in case it gets eaten by wolves or something.
He looks down and he's like, what Rav?
The one over there. And I
Oh, and
point
you-
in a
you point
random
up to the
direction. I
He
know,
looks
I'm just
up.
pointing in a random direction.
He looks up and he takes his eye patch and he flips it up and you can see like you have a watcher.
Yeah.
This looks like a watcher on steroids. And he
Sure.
kind of like pokes it up and you can kind of see like it come out a little bit and like zoom in. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I thought I saw something out that way. That's what Sean has."
Oh,
Okay.
he's got X-ray glasses.
And then like the thing comes back down, he flips his eye patch back down. And he goes, "Well, I can tell him to come on down here. We got food. Is he hungry?"
You hungry, Grifter?
Steven,
Can you tell?
Steven's already, the Rob's gone. Steven's put the Rob back in. He don't care. He's out.
Can you
eating.
tell if you're hungry, Grifter?
I can, but I prefer not to acknowledge it because meat bodies suck.
Well, we can go down that existential rabbit hole some other time.
Fair enough.
Well,
Homemade bison burgers.
I guess
There's
Oh.
food and beer.
I'll come down. I'm bringing my Rav in first. And I'm not gonna do it, stealthily. I'm gonna be all dramatical about it and like flop into things
Are you,
on my way down.
are you going to like pick up your meat body and bring it with you, like carrying it like a baby Bjorn again?
No, I think I'm gonna leave it in the Jeep for the moment, but I'm gonna get down there and assess the situation in my Rav body first, and then I'll probably disconnect and just walk.
Okay, well, you assess the situation to about 20 to 25 people sitting around in lawn chairs and picnic tables, eating burgers and drinking beer and or water, depending on the age. You know, the 6 and 7-year-olds aren't down in beers right now.
So before I log out of muffins, I'm gonna have the LCD display show up with a message that says "No touchy" and like a waggling finger gif. And then I'll just tell, I'm gonna bring the Jeep in, guys, and then disconnect and drive the Jeep in.
Drive check. No, I was kidding.
Please.
Do it. Do it.
No.
Okay. So coming around the corner is just the Jeep, and you pull up in a not necessarily like a cloud of smoke or anything like that, but you kick up a little bit of dust on the way. And you've joined the rest of the group, so you've got now a Jeep joining several other larger Jeeps and sort of all-wheel drive cars, vehicles, the buses, the RVs. So it's got a pretty sizable caravan. And I believe that it is in the mid-afternoon, I think. Or mid-afternoon right now.
Well, I'm
About
gonna
the time
walk
you all
up,
rolled up.
and as I get out of the Jeep, I'm gonna make sure my SMG is in a conspicuous place, not a threatening place, but I obviously have it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna walk over and acquire a burger.
Okay. A burger.
I still want to know, I'm addressing this to the general group, I still want to know what these air quote negotiations are.
All right. Well, let's try. Hey, Joel. 2 questions for you.
Joel looks at Grifter. He's like, "I'm Joel. Nice to meet you. These negotiations are exactly what they say they are. They're negotiations."
But why do you need us to take you? Why can't you
'Cause-
just walk up on your own 2 feet and...
Because I want to make sure that I get to speak to Leah. I don't want to have to deal with all her underlings. And
Are
so
you
if
and
the
your
people...
mom out and out?
What's that?
Are you and your mom out and out? you on speaking terms, do you send each other Christmas cards?
Yeah, why don't you just call her, man? She's your mom.
I mean, he's got a valid point.
Mouthful burger.
We don't celebrate Christmas, and we also don't have cards to send. But if you're asking, you are. We haven't spoken in forever, so.
Any
Hence,
particular reason why? Like, did she catch you with the stash and some pornos or something? You got mad about it, or are we talking like Family Feud kind of stuff?
let's just say she didn't like some of my life choices.
So it was the pornos thing.
See, this is why I don't like the Waste. They're all super conservative out here, and I don't know why.
Should just bring her one of these. It'll make it better. Break the ice.
If you're trying to
She
make your way
obviously wants
into
to
a
talk to
place.
you.
What's that?
Said she obviously wants to talk to you, so
I don't think she
Has
knows.
She met your magic burger wife?
Well, let's just get Brett down to brass tacks and be all honest here, since we're being all lovey-dovey and happy with each other now.
Sure.
What's the likelihood that we show up at your mom's place that we're going to get shot at?
I imagine that y'all will be fine. She'll have some words from me.
She's not going to be pissed at us for bringing you back.
That's where the scouts come into play. I didn't just kidnap him because I didn't like him. I kidnapped him because
there it is.
I didn't just kidnap them because I knew she would send somebody after him. And lo and behold, she gave me you guys. He takes out another bottle of beer, kind of gives you a little click, and then
I
swings
take it
another.
from him, and I'm like, no, I'm taking this one. Oh, you're putting us in a shitty situation.
He goes and grabs another one,
For you, Joe.
pops the top on it, drinks with you. Cheers.
One more question for you, Joe, and then
All right.
we can confer. Do you think that these scouts were sent to find and or do nefarious things to you, or do you think this is just happenstance? Because you mentioned that they came on you and were not as polite as we were.
Well, we weren't exactly hiding either. And that's a lie. We were very polite too.
So you don't think that they were sent to kill you or something?
No, I think that they were probably just out on patrol like they usually were. But we offered them burgers and beer. And they've been nice to kind of just sit back and play along with it.
Well, they probably don't want to die.
What they don't know won't hurt them. I ain't gonna put a bullet in their body. At least not like that. I ain't got no quarrel with them. I mean, I suppose if they started threatening others, been nice. Be nice too.
Well, maybe it's time for us to have a little group huddle and discuss this over here, if you don't mind.
He gets up from the picnic table and goes back to the lounge chair and just kind of leans back, starts taking his apron off and goes, "Y'all do whatever you need to do."
Activate cones of silence.
Y'all can just
Yes.
walk away.
bye guys. Thanks for the burgers.
Wait, is this like an Among Us when y'all just smash the emergency meeting button? Okay.
I didn't do it.
I
I'm not
missed
the
you
invite.
guys.
So what are you guys thinking?
burger. Taste of manipulation.
I mean,
Less good.
best case scenario, we bring him back, we bring the scouts, we get paid, we don't have to get involved in their stupid little family feud. Worst case scenario, we bring him back, they take that as a sign of aggression. They try and kill us, arrest us, or, whatever else. And then we have to shoot our way out.
Well, if we do go along with this plan, and this is an if, I feel like we need to make sure we have the scouts in our care rather than in theirs, because I feel like it would be a little suspicious. Maybe not suspicious is the right word, but a little not great
Oh, I agree with you completely.
if we show up with them in their care.
No. They're going to be in our custody before we move an inch.
All right.
Are we restraining the scouts?
No, they're not our prisoners.
I mean, and
Just a
also,
question.
we have an option of going back and just pretending like these guys followed us like a bunch of lost puppies.
I don't think that's going to work.
Don't they scan people in order to get into the cities?
You'd have to
Like
ask
this kid we
Katassi.
did? Hey, Katassi. Do they scan people when they come into the cities? Or to the city?
I can't remember. Last session, they scanned us when we went out, didn't they? Out of game, do they?
No, they don't. They have standard security cameras and things like that, but there is no like chip readers or anything like that in terms of scanning people. They
I'm a bit
have
confused with real life and the temperature checks.
correct. Yeah, it's not quite like that. They do have guard stations and things like that, which you have gone in and out of for many, many years, but it's not a thing where they bring up your record or anything like that from there. Most people come through New Haven don't have a record for them to keep. So it's a bit
they're
of a
not a naturally suspicious people.
they are, but it's a you are welcome to stay here so long as you pay your fees and so long as you follow the rules. Don't do one of those two things, gotta get the fuck out.
I think that it would be a good idea to explore the option of bringing Joel's caravan up near the city so that he can come and meet with Leah, but not bring the rest of the caravan.
Well, he said into the city he wanted him and one other person.
Okay.
I'm still just mildly concerned about why he needs us to do what is basically an introduction to his own mother.
I'm
Yeah.
presuming
You
that he
ever
wants
had
to
a
commit
mom?
matricide.
I mean, look, what if we roll up in there and it turns out this guy's like, I don't know, a serial public masturbator or something and got himself in trouble.
Then probably his mom needs to be confronted with that.
I mean, you know her better than I
have
do.
questions.
Is she gonna be mad if we bring her son back? Do you know anything about why she would be mad at her?
Did you even know she had a son?
Yeah.
Technically, yes. I mean, she talks about him not in so many words. She's not a particularly emotionally fluffy woman.
Bunny Boy's gonna like kind of just put his hands up here and say like, listen, he wants to go talk to his mom. It's his mom. She wants the scouts. He's only gonna go with us one way. Let's just bring him.
I'm not getting an overly threatening vibe here. I don't feel like it's the worst idea. I don't know, maybe I'm too trusting, but nothing leads me to believe that Leah's gonna like immediately assassinate us for bringing him, and he only wants us to bring him and one other person. So what if we take him near and I go ahead and let Leah know what the situation is and see if I can get her to come to some sort of neutral something?
That's a great idea.
Well,
Can we have another person of our party to go with you in case of protection?
Also, I need to take her one of these burgers.
Fair.
I'm down with this. I'm just dealing with some family bullshit. I did not sign on to play, domestic abuse coordinator or whatever the fuck this is gonna end up being.
That shit got dark. Holy fuck.
Seriously,
If-
really
if-
fast.
If Muffins gets damaged in this, your fixer's on the hook for it.
Well, in this particular case, Leah's the fixer, so
Well, shit.
she was the one that hired us for this goofy job. All right, so let me recap here to make sure I understand what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the 3 scouts. When we get to the city, Katassi is gonna take the 3 scouts, Joel, and some other Yahoo into the city to tell Leah that they're here. We're going to wait to make sure that we don't die.
I can go in with Katassi and Muffins. They don't seem to be particularly antsy about Robs in the city, so
And that would keep.
True. However, you're also bringing a giant walking Tommy gun into what is supposed to be a peaceful meeting.
Can somebody whip up a flower crown real quick? That'll fix it. Just like, can we throw a lei around muffins real quick? It's fine.
We
An
could probably ask
edible
for flowers.
burger crown.
Is Hello Kitty a thing here? Like, we could put like some.
I mean, it's
stickers
ancient
on
history
there.
at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the fact. Hold on. I would just before y'all go any further. I like the fact that Bunny Boy just suggested an edible arrangements, but with burgers. Man
I
after
think
my own
it's a
heart.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah.
This could work.
I mean,
I think it's a viable business.
instead of like a burger crown, can we turn into like, I don't know, like a burger trilby, so I can like tip my hat at people?
We're gonna need some skewers, some glue.
You can
Some
decorate the
glue.
rim with mustard and ketchup.
Or-
Well, you need that like edible, like white glue just to hold it in place.
You can just be like, my burgers.
My patties.
Okay, so are you guys going to go back and pitch this idea to Joel, or?
Including the
Alternately,
burger
too, we could have Joel scouts and 1 or 2 of our team hang out in some sort of foyer situation in New Haven while I go and get Leah and bring her to the foyer.
There you
I
go.
would feel more comfortable
can,
with
like,
that
meet
because it's a
on-
neutral position.
Yeah. And then I'm not traipsing through town with randos
A bunch
who are
of people.
potentially murdery.
I mean, it's arguable that anywhere in the city is not neutral where she's concerned.
Valid.
Closer to exits or neutraler.
If we brought him to the entrance of the city, right, or just got just inside, we would have the ability to run out if we needed to, and we'd also be able to kind of control at least one of the exits to the city if anything really goes down.
We should probably consult with him a little bit, see what he wants to do.
I don't think it matters what he wants to do. We're telling him at this point.
We're his way in.
Yep.
If
Fair enough.
if he is not grown up enough to speak to his mother, and they can't have whatever they need to as adults, then obviously we need to take control of the situation. So
If you need a mommy chaperone, you have to let the mommy chaperone lead.
Well, let's get the show on the road then, because it's not going to get any more pleasant the longer we wait.
Okay, who's going to pitch the idea to Joel?
Are we all just looking at each other?
It's the Brady Bunch going on right now, yeah.
I assumed he did, but
All right, I'll go talk to him.
All right.
So I grab
you got
another.
this, Titus.
I grab another beer from the cooler. Actually, I grab 2.
Before you can grab the beer, he's already opened it up and is handing it to you.
Okay.
Like
So-
you're making a friend. At least over beer.
Sure. So if I understand this correctly, here's what we've kind of come down to. Katassi over there is from the city. She knows your mom. So what we're going to do is we're going to escort your caravan up toward the city. Once we get there,
Like
we're
what
going
I'm
to take
hearing
the,
so far.
we're going to take the scouts inside, and you're going to wait with me and a couple members of my team in the entrance area to the city while Katassi goes to get Leah and explain to her that you're here.
I see. That's where the plan goes a little off the rail. See,
Okay.
me plus the scouts have to go together.
Well, the
I guess
scouts
the
are going to go in,
scouts.
and we're going to let the scouts go.
No,
They're not-
Hang on.
They're not
no.
leverage here.
Yeah, but they kind of are. Because once she
No.
gets those back, she's got no reason to talk to me. Okay.
Listen,
And so-
I'm not gonna let you play leverage with other people's lives, dude.
It's not
Okay.
that lie. Okay. Have you
Look.
not? How many beers have we had together so far? Their
Listen.
lives are not actually in danger. We gotta make it look like it.
I'm not here to do that because I'm not gonna kill them, and I know you're not gonna kill them. So
Right.
we may as well just take them home. It's a sign of good faith. Okay.
Right. But
So-
but the good faith has to go with it. Like I'm
No.
happy to walk with them in there with you. That's
And,
totally fine.
and you're gonna walk in, but once they get to the foyer, they're going home. You're gonna wait with us, and guess what? If anybody tries to put a bullet in you, I'll put a bullet in them. How about that?
She's not gonna want to meet with me out in the middle.
Well, she doesn't have a choice. I'm going to bring you into the city myself. And it's not going to be in the middle of nowhere. It's in the entrance hall to the city.
No, I mean like she's gonna tell you to bring me to her office.
Well, fine. And when she tells us that, we'll go from that point.
All right, fine.
When is your caravan ready to move?
Give us a couple hours. We're still having lunch.
I'm just asking, dude.
These burgers
Just
are
asking.
good, Titus.
Maybe
What?
you guys should drink some water.
These burgers are good.
No.
How far away are we from this conversation happening? Are we with them?
I imagine that you all walked back up together, but that's up to you guys.
Okay. All right. Joel, listen. It's okay. Come on. Just come on. Thank you for the burgers. We're going to take you back. Let's do it. It's fine. Nothing to worry about. Talk to your mom. She's your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the way we're gonna play it. Half of your crew in this RV with the scouts. Myself, Aaliyah, Jacob here. Gonna be in her car up front.
Okay, but the half of my crew in there with the scouts is the Rav. And the girl
It's
with
gonna
the
be-
bat.
It's gonna be kind of tight for him, but I mean that's fine. I don't care who it is. It's just we can't all fit in your Jeep, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just
Yeah.
telling
Well-
you which half's going.
Okay, that's
Because
fine.
if you do anything funky, I want the Rav and the girl with the bat there to deal with it.
He looks over at you, Katassi. He goes, he still doesn't trust me. We've broken bread. We've had beer. We've had burgers. Burgers are fantastic. He still doesn't trust me.
I mean, honestly,
Well,
does he look
it's
like the
not
trusting
you.
type?
I don't think he trusts anybody.
Hey, that's
He's
fine.
been running with this whole crew for a hot minute. I don't think I've seen him trust a one of them.
One day, my boy, you were gonna wanna learn to trust a few.
I trust the guy in the Rav and the girl with the bat to make sure that you don't accidentally kill the scouts or none of your people do. You give knives to children.
I mean,
He has a point.
how many children did you know growing up on the
Knife
waist
gun.
had a pocket knife?
Yeah, but those weren't pocket knives. Those kids put back into their shorts. Okay.
He walks over to Jacob. He's like, Jacob, hand it to me. He takes out, and the blade is no longer than that. Like it's
I can't-
about 2.5 inches, tiny.
You still kill somebody with that.
Of course, he needs to defend himself. What is this? What is this? Come on, you're a marshal. You know better.
Do you let your kids run with scissors too?
No, but
I
I,
also
did teach
know-
him to hunt, so they know that part.
I also
By
know,
chasing down stuff with scissors?
I also know grounder caravans on the outside can look all sugar and spice and everything nice. And underneath, it's not that.
Fair enough. Enjoy another beer. We leave
Thank
in
you.
about an hour.
Sounds great.
As he kind of kicks into purpose at that point, and starts actually doing things like tearing down overhangs and tents and things like that, trying to get things ready. Some of the older folks in the caravan start to do the same things. The kids start picking up lawn chairs, putting them away. Like this is practiced. They're able to move very quickly. This is not panicked or hurried or anything like that, but this is practiced. Let's put it that way. And as they start to bring everything together, that is where we will take our break for tonight. So, give us about 5 to 10, and we will be right back, y'all.
Sweaty hands.
Sweaty hands. We're just gonna come back to sweaty hands.
Is that the Identico version of Johnny Silverhand?
Possibly. You never
Billy
know.
Sweaty Hand.
Billy's sweaty hands.
I'm not sure what just happened here.
Greatness happened
Or
behind
Mike.
the scenes while we were taking our break. So greatness was happening.
Joel.
Holy
Joel's
Joel.
sweaty hands.
Those
Yeah,
are
Bunny
some-
Boy decided to bring the glasses back, and we love him for it.
Those are some
Fantastic.
signature 2020 Bunny Boy glasses.
Yep.
You can buy yours online for all your cosplay needs.
Yep. All right, we're coming back. So last we just left off, Joel and his entire caravan were packing up, getting ready to follow Titus and everyone to the city. So what I'm assuming, so you've said that Eve and Grifter are going to be in the RV, but I'm assuming that it's going to be Muffins plus his body.
Well, his
How
body
are
will
you
probably
gonna
be
set
in the
this up?
bed of the gator, right?
You don't have a gator.
Oh, the Jeep.
The Jeep.
It's gonna be in the back of the Jeep.
Okay.
I'm
So-
sorry, but who's driving?
The Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
Not
Bunny Boy.
you.
Okay.
The guy
That
with
is
the cool
literally my only
glasses.
talent. The only thing I can do.
Just wanted to make sure. I
We
didn't get driving
established.
lessons last time that I was told I was gonna get, so you know.
We established in the pregame meetings that you're not allowed to drive when Muffins is in there. That was a contractual thing that I
Agreement.
signed.
I signed nothing.
Muffins has writers for all missions now.
He really does. Like, he's been a character for so long that he brings his own writer to games.
We're gonna have to get Katassi certified as a notary so she can notarize Muffins like
Yeah.
writers for every mission.
Certified.
Yeah. I mean, he's certifiable, that's for sure.
We just need Katassi. I'm gonna need you to be a notary so you can witness all his writers.
Except it is canon.
Okay.
New character class coming in expansion near you. Notary.
Notary public.
Yes.
No, I refuse to write this. You know what?
Now.
For
I'm
all
not-
of your
I'm not doing it.
corporation fighting needs.
Nope.
They're a
Traveling notary.
bureaucrat.
Your
They're
contract
fighting
is
the
invalid.
corporation
No, all right, we're
from
gonna
inside the corporation.
so for anybody
No.
that is in the chat tonight, we're adding a new skill. There's a new skill just for you all in the chat. You can add points to bureaucracy. There you
Oh
go.
dear.
That
Can we-
skill, and you made me take it out.
Yep. It's coming back though. We figured out a reason to use it.
Can we get an arm replacement that's just like a club and the end is a giant notary stamp and it's like pressurized and just goes
Why not?
on the
Why
paper?
not?
It's going to be a cybernetic enhancement, and a ROV attachment will be your notary stamp.
Yep.
I'm sorry
Little
for the
crib.
audio.
Do
Notary.
it.
The notary.
Crimp.
The other hand is one of those high capacity staplers. You got like a power claw stapler.
A gas stapler. You can staple something for a mile.
Muffins is gonna like install his Xerox copier into his, backside.
Well, who says I haven't already?
Just starts
He'll
printing out poop emojis.
For
He'll
those
always
of
be
you
broken.
watching right now, I hope you're enjoying this.
This is
Lovely.
gold. This is fantastic.
This is
This
what Sean's gonna clip out to use for previews.
Yes, it's exactly what's going to happen.
Can we please get a sticker of Muffins pooping out a print of a poop emoji?
Please.
Yeah, actually,
Oh dear God!
can somebody clip that for us in chat
If you do
so I can
clip
send that
this
to
out,
our artist?
if you do clip this out, I want you to make sure that you include some graphics. So whenever someone says the notary, it's like bam, bam, like a big letters on the screen.
Are you gonna do it like all Ace Attorney dude, where it's like objection?
Yeah, I could actually. I
be
have a
like,
soundboard in front of me for my
valid.
usual streams, so I could just bam.
official.
Yeah.
Oh dear God!
Seconded.
The other day I was getting made fun of for reading 10Ks. Okay, I would just like to point that
You-
out.
you
and
were.
now we're talking about notaries. Okay,
Yep.
which is objectively more boring than financial records.
Different kind of nerdy. Different
It's-
levels.
You
Different
you
flavor.
ever filed a new insurance product? You want to talk rates and regulations?
I want to talk bridge funding and Series C investment.
Hey, the beginning and end of it is financial statements don't get a cool stamp.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. They don't get notarized. They get signed.
No,
they don't get notarized.
They get a different stamp from the CPA stating that they've been done with GAAP principles and submitted to the SEC.
Well, I just about fell asleep by that statement.
The stamp basically says I probably didn't fuck this up.
Pretty much.
It's just a giant
For
stamp that
once I
says,
had-
"Here goes nothing."
We promise we're
For
not
once.
lying about our financial statements.
For once, I had glasses to push up onto my forehead.
And I'm glad you were happy about that.
Yes.
I mean, I
I'm not-
legitimately thought I almost died for a second there when he was talking.
For the record, I'm not cutting any of this out. By the way, this is
I
all.
didn't
This is
know
all
you
getting on the
were.
podcast version, on the YouTube version. It's all going to be in there.
No, I'm telling you, this should be the preview.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh goodness. So, so back to the game.
We do
Who's
something.
riding? So, Grifter's body is going to be in the Jeep, driven by Bunny Boy. Muffins the Rob is going to try to somehow squeeze into the RV. With Eve?
Yeah.
Okay,
I trust those two to murder people the most.
fair enough. So,
I have my reasons.
Joel calls shotgun on the Jeep.
I will ride, like, standing in the bed with Grifter's meat body, because I'm just going to stand there with, like, my rifle and hold on to the roll bar.
Okay. Malia actually comes out with a something in between of a shawl and a poncho, flung now over her shoulders, and a rather large and complex-looking bow strapped to her back, with quivers down as well.
No, bros.
She looks in and she's like, she looks in the
Oh, I
Jeep
forgot
and she sees yours and she's like, "You are a man of taste. You'll have to show me how well you can use that sometime. We'll go hunting together. It'll be fantastic."
Thank you. Don't mind if I do.
All right.
Click some points, and he winks, but he's like, "Oh,"
Takes off the
and
glasses
then
and,
put the
winks.
sunglasses back on.
Yeah.
I kind of whisper to Bunny Boy, "Do you actually know how to shoot that thing?"
You pull the string, and the stick goes. Yeah,
Thanks.
it's easy.
Okay. The last person from the caravan that comes up, Malia gets her son, or what you imagine is her son, and puts him in the truck bed with her. She stays in the back with you, Titus, also holding on to the roll bar. And then she looks at it and goes, Levine, sit down. Cannot, you're too young. Remember what we said. All right. She just kind of puts a hand on your back and is like, this is going to go well. Katassi has questions.
We could have been using for this for manipulation purposes this whole time, and we only just found out. Why did nobody ask this question? I should have asked this question.
There you go.
Children are manipulation gold. Even Leah is probably susceptible to that.
I mean, if one's her grandchild.
Oh.
Okay.
Why did no one think of this before?
Let's go meet me, mom. That's in game.
No, I know it is. I know it is.
I just imagined Bunny Boy walking up to a random child and saying, "Let's go meet Mima." just a random kid, just found one passing by, and we're like, "Let's go meet me."
It's a new adventure for everyone. For everyone. All right. So, Joel sets just one leg up on the dashboard, slaps down on Bunny Boy's thighs like, "Bull, let's go on." He's putting on the worst Southern accent you've ever seen. You think he might have been making fun of your Southern accent at first too, but he's ready to roll.
Big old 10 for y'all, but let's go.
He just kind of shakes his head, laughs, and then signals out the window like this, and you hear all the rest of the cars start to kind of creep forward behind you. This is practiced, so. You drive on?
Let's go. What's on the radio?
That is the question. What is on the radio?
Well, that's normally Muffin's job.
Oh, yeah, Muffins is in a contained space.
Let's go with Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh,
all right.
Dear God, not that again.
I'm glad you said something because I was going to start playing some gospel jubilee shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus. There's some Far Cry 5 shit going on. While you guys are in the RV, the door... So, the RV is like one of those larger kind of like bus-like RVs, so it's like a straight kind of like shot back. So, there's a few other folks that are in there with you. A couple of the older folks that are in there, they start playing cards. And one of Travis is in there with you all, your friend. And Travis goes, "Oh, hang on. I gotta go real quick." And he runs to the back. He opens the door. And the scouts are just kind of sitting back there, throwing a ball up in the air. They're kind of bored. And they were just kind of like, "Y'all got any trash?" And they're like, they just hand a bag back. He's like, "Y'all good? Need water? Food? Anything? Y'all good? How's the burgers? You like them?" And from the back, the scouts just thumbs up. "Okay, cool. We're heading y'all back home now. All right. See you in a bit." He closes the door, but he doesn't close it all the way. He just kind of shuts it, and comes back up to the front with a bag of trash that he's tying. He just sets down by the driver, who is a bit older woman, definitely weathered skin, darker skin, grayer hair tied up into a big braid in the back. She's got overalls on, but they're chopped off at the shoulders, and they're very ragged, a bit on the dusty side of things. But she just kind of gives them a nod and goes, "All right, boys, everybody hang on, we gonna go now." And she drives off behind you. The main RV that you're in is like it's your Jeep leading, and then the main RV, and then everybody else behind that. With Achy Breaky Heart on repeat, I imagine. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, once or twice. Maybe not the whole way.
Okay. Sounds good. Is this going to be a recurring thing? You're going to come up with the song for every situation that fits it?
I mean, I haven't thought that far ahead with the music selection, but probably.
Okay.
Obviously.
Sounds
like
I'm okay with that.
Bunny boy, explain to me why. Hey, Achy Breaky Heart. How is this inspiring you right now?
I'm taking this man to meet his mama after years apart. And, you know, I'm sure he got an achy breaky heart. Also, he might scramble out of the Jeep ready to go meet her more if we listen to Achy Breaky Heart a few times. So.
Fair enough.
I didn't realize there was so much thought put into this, but I appreciate it.
Bunny boy's smart.
Well, that's not the word I would use.
Bunny boy,
you
while
think he's just eating burgers, but he's eating burgers to fuel his mind, his
No.
brain.
I appreciate the amount of thought you put into this. I just wonder if you could have played a song that would fit the scene the same way that didn't make me want to shoot myself in the foot.
I don't have anything.
Well, if it'll make you feel any better, I can shoot you instead.
No, I'm good. Thank you, Muffins.
I have so many other songs that we could be playing, but we're going to go with Achy Breaky Heart because I love it.
Sure.
You all drive
Thank you.
on. It's a little bit slower going because obviously the RV going uphill and up a mountain like that is not going to be quite as fast.
Uphill both ways.
Uphill both ways, exactly. Isn't going to be quite as fast. And so as to keep the caravan going, they get into like a good flanking position with the other Jeeps. You can tell that they are practiced with this, looking out for bandits and things like that. Titus, you kind of see a few of the hand signals as you look behind you, things like that. Every once in a while, Malia will give an acknowledgement and just do one of these things, and she's good to go. Like, nobody's doing anything, but you can tell they're scanning to make sure that this group isn't getting tracked or anything like that either. And by the time that you get back up to the gate, it's getting to be dusk. So it's a little bit later in the day after you've all done burgers and beers and everything like that. Bunny boy, you pull up to the gate, and the guard looks at you and goes, "That is a hell of a caravan you got going on back there." All right. Y'all looking for a place to stay tonight?
I jump off and I go, "We're bringing Leah her scouts.
Okay.
So let him in."
You talking about like Leah, the person who runs this place?
Yeah. We
Okay.
got her scouts. Let the
Okay.
damn caravan in.
Who are you?
His name's Titus.
Yeah.
Edis.
I'm Titus Halston. She hired
Titus.
me to get her scouts. I have her scouts. Let the caravan in, please.
Where is Katassi in all of this?
Well, she was in the
Probably
Jeep.
In the RV.
She was in the
Oh, was
Jeep.
I in the Jeep?
Yeah.
I didn't think there
Okay.
was room because Muffin's big old butt and
No, there's room.
even
No,
the
Muffins
back.
is in the RV.
Yeah, in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I must have missed a part where I was supposed to be paying attention.
Okay.
Okay, well, then I am here. And I'm going to, when I see Titus is having trouble, I'm going to walk up beside him and be like, "What's the holdup here?"
He goes, I need to call this one in just to make sure. Please hold real quick. And he walks back into the guard tower. There's several other guards. There's, the usual contingent of large, guns and things like that up on the parapet.
Can I just beep, boop, beep, Leah on my glow?
Are you calling Leah?
Can I? I
Yes.
assume I have her number.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call her and be like, so we're here. We have your scouts and a bonus.
Okay. I like all of what you just said, dear. Are the guards giving you a hard time?
They are. Could you facilitate?
Turn the glow around. And the other guard kind of looks in and like peers in at it for a second, and she just looks at him as like, and the guard goes, yes ma'am, moving them on through, and he starts waving y'all forward.
Thank you.
Thanks, bud.
Titus, I imagine you jump back up in the
Yep.
Jeep before you go. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
You
just
are.
gonna hang on to the side rail because I'm cool.
I love it. As you're doing that, Malia hands her arm out just to see if you want to come up any farther or anything like that. If not, she's gonna let you be.
I'm gonna gently hold her hand.
Okay. She gives you just like a little bit of oomph like that, just to bring you up a little bit more, like, you know, let you be proud on that bar a little bit, you know. And you guys drive through the main gates into the mountain itself. Now, where do you want all of this to go down? Now that you can get a caravan at least in on the bottom floor.
I
What
thought
do
we
you
just
do
talked
after
about
that?
all this in the entry foyer, right? That was Katassi's idea.
Yeah, it's probably easiest if we can get Leah to come to us.
Okay.
Because
I was
if
just
we
gonna
can
ask
find
Katassi
a
where to
cart
park.
Joelle, the more we have to cart Joelle at all through the city, the more she's likely to see him on a security feed and know the jig is up, and whatever he's afraid of happening may happen.
Well, Joel can wait in the bus where those scouts are about to come out right now. So I'm going to jump off the Jeep and go get the scouts to get them released from the caravan.
Okay.
I will also exit the bus via Muffin.
Okay. You have to like squeeze out the front of the bus, but you can kind of you scrape up the sides a little bit. You scrape your
Alright.
paint too.
My bad.
A minute. Everything's going smoothly on the bus.
Yeah. Everything's been kosher on the bus. So Joel, as you were trying to bring the scouts out from the bus, Joel wants to basically escort you and them back up to Leah.
No dice. Katassi's going to go get Leah. You're waiting here. And the scouts are going home, just like we discussed. You're in the building now.
In the building now, but remember, this is a negotiation.
I understand that, but we also agreed that we're not negotiating with the scouts' lives. You let them go now.
They're free to go once Leah gets down here. They can go.
No, they're free to go now. Because they're going to go now. Because you're not going to kill me either.
Joel, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw your lovely wife putting a small child down while... That sounds bad. Laying a small child down for a nap before we were taking off in the caravan. I'm the worst. Is that your son?
He kind of smiles and just goes, he's got handsome good looks, doesn't he?
I thought so. Okay. I am absolutely certain I can get your mother down if you give me a picture of that child.
She has no idea he exists, but you're more than welcome to take a
I
picture of
know.
him.
If he's got your handsome good looks, there is no way she will not know that that is her grandchild.
Okay. You go over to take a picture of him?
Yes.
Okay. When you go over, he's in the back doing this to Grifter's body. And then when you walk over, he's kind of looking up and he goes, "Is he dead? He's not dead, is he?"
He's not dead, but I don't think he would like you touching him. He's kind of weird about that.
It's kind of weird that he's just lying here, right?
He's kind of asleep.
Oh.
He's got a backup body that he hangs out in sometimes, and he's not using this one.
Okay. Okay. And he's like looking around and staring at all the stuff that's kind of going on around him because like it's a big place to him. So. What do you send to Leah?
I'm gonna send her a text that says, I need a quick audience with you regarding the bonus I mentioned.
Okay.
Or regarding the extra I mentioned, or whatever it was that I said to her.
Eggplant emojis.
Probably not.
That's her boss.
She goes,
That's not a factor.
she goes, "We're going to make it quick. Bring him to my office. Or bring whatever it is to my office."
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the glow goes quiet.
I don't feel like Joel's gonna be super comfortable with that.
Let's find out.
No.
Okay.
I'm not going to take the child to her office. The agreement was that I would bring Leah here. I'm going to stick to that. That's what we told Joel. So I've got the picture of the child. I'm going to go get Leah. I'm going to show her the picture of the child. I'm going to go have a quick audience with her. I'm going to show her the picture of the child. I'm going to let her know that that child is here and that we have some people who would like to speak with her. And that the opportunity exists for her to meet her grandchild if she's interested.
Roll perception or persuasion for me.
Master plan.
Monster plan.
We might need to have somebody go with Katassi.
I'm planning on it.
15.
Again. Bringing a gun to a peaceful meeting.
I mean, it's not like I can take it off and bolt it up.
I'm kind of with Grifter on this one.
What did you roll, Katassi? I didn't hear you.
15.
Okay. So you know Leah's office to be a very stark 1950s a patina of cigarette smoke and just griminess on the walls. Thoroughly cleaned and things like that, but very much a throwback to the old when America, then known by the United States, was pretty much fighting the rest of the world and making sure that they don't get nukes dropped on them at the time. She still even has a few of the old maps up on the wall, showing some of the nuclear bunkers and the silos and things like that throughout the United States. If Patton could have an office, this is kind of what it would look like.
Ooh.
And she just kind of looks at you as you walk in and she goes, "Get quick, we've got things to do today."
We do have things to do today. I think your plans may get derailed, though. I brought some visitors back with me from the camp.
You know I hate surprises.
I know you do. This one was unavoidable. I wouldn't have done it if there was any way around it, but we wanted the scouts back. This was how we had to do it. Your grandson is here.
I don't have a grandson.
Oh, but you do. And I turn my device around.
She looks at it and studies it for a while. As she's kind of looking at it and staring down more patiently at it. And he's here, isn't he?
He's downstairs. In full disclosure, your son is also here. He is
Oh, that's who I meant.
Yeah.
Why does this feel like an episode of Mari?
Hey, did
No, we
get
know who
Fantastic
everybody's
at
father
Qualcomm
is.
already?
That's not contested.
It starts to get emotional, and then Muffins is like, bleh.
That's what muffins do.
And we don't.
Yeah. She kind of hands the globe back to you, and you can tell she is fuming. And she just kind of looks at you in 2 words only. With a stiff upper lip, she goes, "Bring 'em." And you know what that means. She's just summoned them to the principal's office, babe.
Ooh, in trouble.
does the front of muffins, does the LED screen just like turn to like a ooh?
What?
You know it.
I kind of imagine, by the way, that muffins can pull up gifs from like this time of the year or this time in history and stuff like that, and uses that sometimes as a way to
Oh yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's an LCD screen in all ways, shapes, and
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
I look forward to this. This is a nice development.
Yeah.
I mean, people ask why we're superior to D&D, and I just say it's the gifts alone.
It's the memes. It's all for the memes.
It's all for the memes.
Yeah. I mean, look at damn it, dude, the other way. Look at this guy. And come on, this guy right here. Look
Yeah.
All right. She hands you the globe back, and you know what to do.
All right, I'm gonna run downstairs because I still don't think I have anybody's number, or I'm not on Qualcomm with them.
I mean, I'm with you.
So, I've got.
Yeah, there's a Rob kind of standing up in the corner, but kind of hunched over like
I
this.
have muffins.
Hiding like a lamp.
LOL, I forgot about muffins.
So I'm gonna text Titus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, bring him up. Eggplant emoji, train emoji, smiley face emoji.
I reply
I'm
with
gonna ask. Go ahead, Titus.
I reply with head smack emoji and sad emoji. And I say, all right, Joel, why don't you and your lovely partner and your son come with us? You got your audience.
I appreciate
And it really bugs me the fact that Katassi called it an audience and I'm calling it an audience because that invokes the idea that we're meeting some sort of royal person, and that really bugs me.
Have you ever met her?
Yeah,
As far
once.
as I'm concerned, she is.
Yeah, well, and that's the problem. Okay, these grounders are trying to recreate feudalism out here.
Is this all over the Qualcomm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in the Jeep, just like, oh, the drama, like the radio drama, like, yes.
Oh, I grab
Eating
Bunny
some
Boy as we
muffins.
leave. Bunny Boy and Eve. I grab
Yes.
them as we leave. I'm like, we're all going. Like, in
Let's
case
go.
shit.
Yeah.
In case shit.
If I'm in trouble, you're all in trouble.
No, because first
We're
off,
all
this
going
lady's
to the
gonna.
principal's office.
No, we're not. We got her scouts back. We are getting paid. Then she can do her drama.
Okay, I like that. I like that one. Yeah.
See?
Let's go. Come on.
Bunny Boy, stick with me. You want more cars, right?
Yeah. Money.
All right.
Money cars. Yeah.
Let's get paid.
So as the
Funny boy's
scouts,
like, are we gonna hit any popcorn vendors on the way up there, or?
Oh, we can.
there gonna be snacks?
y'all know where the
Any
diners
booth?
are.
No, you know what? I think we should get some snacks because you know what? The little kid, he doesn't understand what the hell is going on, and he should get some snacks. And Bunny Boys deserve snacks because, well, he's got those
I
righteous
have
glasses.
snacks in my bag.
It's true.
No,
Eve
I'm
did buy
not
snacks.
eating those tamales.
No,
Party
I have
tamale.
other snacks on my bag. I got snacks the first time that were before
She
we
did get
left the
trail mix
city.
and other stuff. You're right.
Oh,
Mark.
well, you should give some of those to
I
the
have
little
a
kid.
milk
I'm sure
bag
he's
in this
confused.
game too.
Marketing idea: you can call your tamales party tamales because at this point they're partially fermented. They have to be. So food and alcohol in one convenient
That's
pack.
terrifying and awesome in the same turn, and I love it.
Yeah.
That is scary.
I mean, it's corn based, so it's basically whiskey.
Oh, God.
I'll just. That's. Ew.
Ew.
I'm just gonna.
I grew up in a place where we got drunk in fields, and I am several levels of not okay with that, Joe.
So I guess I will hear somebody, or no, I'll just see that the child's just chilling there and offer some food, like
Yeah.
snacks or whatever.
I mean, he gladly takes it. He's like, hell yeah, food. Like, what, like, 6 or 7 year old isn't always, like, wanting to have a snack, right? Like, so you are all going up there? Are you just going to leave Grifter's body in the, in the Jeep?
It's fine. We're inside now.
It's been left worse place.
Okay. Fair
We're
enough.
Inside.
Did we at least move the vehicles out of the gate entrance? Because that's kind
Yeah.
of funny to me.
I mean, most of the people, the RVs have been parked. The other Jeeps have been parked. I mean, Bunny Boy can go return the Jeep back to the fleet that he got it from. Okay.
Okay.
Sure. As you're walking away from where you parked it, the a worker that's just in overalls and things like that goes, you know you left the body back here, right? There's a guy back here.
We'll come back and get him.
Is he alive?
Yeah.
See that thing hooked to his head?
That's weird. What's
Not
that?
really.
It is weird. He's a weirdo.
Okay.
That's why we're leaving him here. Just leave him alone. He'll be fine.
He's not gonna like wake up and try to kill us, is he?
Probably not. I don't think so. Just leave him be. Don't poke him.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. Fair enough. And he kind of just gently lays Grifter's head back down on the deck and just walks off like, and he's like pointing back at the Jeep like, can you believe that shit?
I feel like I'm gonna come partially out of my raw mode and just be like, Get back.
Just give him a thumbs up from the like you just have the thing and it's just from the other side and it's just coming up over the lip of the Jeep, just like thumbs up.
I would like to have a mission where we put Grifter in a coffin and there's a hearse involved, because I think that would be great.
Foreshadowing.
I feel like I need a patch that says, if found, please leave alone. I'll be back in a minute.
If found, probably not dead.
Has one of those, like, graphical representation of those signs that people put on doors to let them know when they're taking a bathroom break.
That t-shirt out of my mind back in a moment.
Yeah.
That's actually true. Okay. So you guys are walking Joel and Malia and Naveen up to Leah's office. I'm assuming, Katassi, you're going to lead them in?
Yeah, probably best if I lead, given how upset she was.
Okay. When you open the door back, she's standing behind her desk, hunched over it with her knuckles kind of in a gorilla position. Her knuckles kind of like leaned over to it, and just kind of staring daggers at the door. You haven't seen that kind of rage in her eyes in a very long time.
gonna throw
Ooh,
the
she
door open.
mad.
I suspected this. So I'm going to enter the door, or I'm going to enter the room with jazz hands. It's either
Okay.
going to diffuse her or it's going to make her really mad at me, which is going to make it easier for them.
You're
Okay.
purposely drawing for aggro.
We
Hashtag
appreciate
tanking.
that.
Respect on the wild card play.
Yep. Love it.
Katassi's tanking the big bad evil guy.
Go with it.
Bold move, Kyle.
So
Talia, we're here. I brought the crew and the U Generation 2.
So, as you get to the door, Joel just kind of ushers you all in there first, and goes, just trying to be nice, in his usual nonchalant way. Naveen is sticking very close to his mom, not in a scared sort of way, but just I have no idea what's going on. What's all this shit going on here? And so as you kind of come through the room, she has still not, she's still staring daggers at the door. And Joel kind of moseys through the door as the light kind of hits him. He comes in and is like, "I'm home, Mama." Buddy boy approves, they say.
It's so good. I'm so happy.
Can I just for my PA system, just queue up some audience reaction track?
Yeah, go ahead.
Aww.
She just kind of looks at it. She just kind of looks over in your direction. She's like, "Can you shut that thing up?"
No.
She looks at him and she goes, "You good for nothing son of a bitch. The hell are you doing back in this city?" And Joel just kind of looks at her and he's like, "Well, that's about as good of a response as I could have thought that I was going to have coming back home after the time. Mama, you know Malia. Yeah, Mama, this is Naveen, my son." And at that, she softens a little bit. And she kind of bends down and takes a look at Naveen. And Naveen has no idea, who this is or anything like that. And he just kind of does one of these things to her. Not in a mean way or anything like that, but just I've never seen a woman look like this before. And she kind of reaches up, touches his cheeks, and she goes, "It's either yours or y'all made a really damn good clone." And Joel goes, "Mama, that's not nice." And she leans up and she's like, "What's not nice is you ain't been here in 20 years. So what the hell do you want here now?" She just kind of looks at it. And Joel goes, "I came to negotiate. And I brought people to help me negotiate. Because you weren't going to let me back in the city, I know. You exiled me. Or said you did, at least. I don't know if you actually filed the papers or not, because I ain't been around. So,
I would just like to note, we didn't say we were going to help him negotiate. We agreed to bring him in exchange for the 3 scouts that we just brought back, which is what you were paying us for, which, by the way, anytime you want to give me that money, that would be great. Your negotiation is your business, not ours.
she kind of smirks and sits back down, and she's like, y'all don't understand how Danaska does negotiations, do you?" Y'all willingly helped him bring those back. He looks at her and he goes, "You weren't ever gonna do nothing to those scouts, were you?" And he kind of just looks at her and is like, "Of course, Mama. You know I ain't no cold-blooded. Come on now." And he sits down in one of the chairs and kicks his feet up on the desk, which, as Katassi knows, really pisses her off.
But the thing, Leah, is you didn't know that your scouts weren't going to be murdered. So you owe us money now.
when he puts his feet up on the desk, I'm gonna poke Muffins and go, do an ooh.
Ooh.
She reaches over the desk and just swats his feet off. It's like, I've raised you better than that. You done lost all your manners while you've been out there in the race. Come on now. And she kind of just looks over at the lot of you, and he's like, well, I appreciate you all coming back with what I asked you to get.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to know what he offered you to get you to bring him back here.
The scouts.
That's
this
all
is
it
not
took?
complicated. Yeah. Your job that you gave me to give to these nice folks here was bring back my 3 missing scouts. No other information, no other qualifiers, no other anything. So, you got your 3 scouts back. I don't care what it takes to get them here, and here's the beautiful part. No one had to die today.
She kind of looks at it and she's like, you could have shot this one and left him out there.
At
least gave him a limp.
No, I really don't have to.
If it makes you feel any better, I shot in his general direction.
That's true.
She kind of looks over and she's like, in some ways it kind of does. But you didn't hit him, so, I guess, as his mother and all, so I'm appreciative that you didn't hit him. And Malia at that moment goes, Leah, come now. It's been 20 years. And she kind of looks at him and goes, yeah, and 20 years since he ran off with you to that godforsaken place up north. And she kind of like turns and looks at you, Katassi, and she goes, no offense. No offense.
None taken. I'm not still there.
What place up north are we talking about?
Do you say that out loud, Grifter?
Yeah.
Both Leah and then I assume Katassi as well just kind of do one of these things and like lift, stuff and all like that. And it's the unmistakable mark of Danaska that the women from that area inherit as the pseudo ruling class in that area.
Well, I don't know whether I should be offended or hurt.
You fancy.
Yeah, I choose to hang out with you nerds because I wanna.
Word, brother.
So Joel can. What's that?
He said, I think we could probably make Katassi a crown of burgers as well then.
Joel looks at it and kind of looks around at the group and says, look, there is a lot going on out in the way. You don't always want to hear it. On a whole lot of things going on outside of New Haven, but there's a lot of movement going on out there. And you haven't been very kind to any of the folks that have come down trying to reason with you from Danaska. We figured that of all people, you should at least talk to me. But walking up to the gates and being like, I'm home. You know that ain't going. You probably would have shot me on sight. And Leah just kind of shakes her head and then reconsiders and goes, probably. And she goes, also, you probably wouldn't have been like, hey, there's a woman I ran off with 20 years ago, and they have a son that looks exactly like me. All of that wouldn't have gone down very well at the guard gate. On top of that, these fine folks were able to get the caravan that I was riding in also within the border. So now they all have a nice protected place to live, at least for the night. I hope. while you and I have our discussions. He lets that "I hope," ring out for a little while. And so she just kind of looks at it for a bit and looks around the room, and her eyes kind of fall final to Katassi and goes, look, I don't know what y'all want. I know what y'all want. That's all y'all really want.
Yup, got it.
So I'll give you money. I'll keep up my end of the bargain.
Uh-huh.
And I assume you're going to keep up your end of the bargain?
My end of the bargain was bringing you the scouts.
And take my dear right-hand woman here to Angel City with you.
She wants to go.
Oh, hell yeah.
I gotta get these parts. It's not a want thing, it's a necessity thing, or New Haven's gonna be crippled within a matter of months.
Okay.
Pretty.
Well, fine.
And it's at that
see what I can
point.
beg, borrow, steal, or salvage.
Yeah. It's at that point that Joel slaps his hands together and does that, kind of looks at it and goes, and that's where Danaska can help you. We've got plenty. But we need
Of
to
what?
reestablish the trade routes between there. No better place to do it than down there in that city. We can create a whole new fort down there. That's nothing but the trade route. What do you say? And she considers it for a good long while. And considers it some more. And she goes, we will have much to talk about. We'll continue talking about it. But there is there's a wrinkle in that plan, my boy. And you can see that Joel's kind of getting his hopes up, like he's kind of gotten up from the desk and looking around like he's about to close this deal. And at that moment, the phone on her desk kind of buzzes. And she clicks the button and she goes, what? And on the other end of the line, you hear one of the standard sort of folks goes, he's here. And she goes, send him in. Send him in. She looks at you, Katassi, and says, pay the people what they want. We said 5,000 apiece. They did their job. You go get that stuff. Send it back here. I don't want to hear anything else about Danaska right now. I don't want to hear anything else about that. Just go do what I asked you to do. Rest of you are welcome to stay here. Welcome to be here for a little while, but otherwise, we'll get you on a train back to Angel City as soon as we possibly can.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. This has been an interesting day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Who's here?
As you ask that question, the door opens, and a man dressed in an all-white three-piece suit with white boots and a white hat with a large handlebar mustache that goes down like this walks in.
Wilford Brimley.
Colonel Sanders?
He's much
Someday
thinner
business failed the
than
throne.
Colonel Sanders. Titus, roll investigation for me.
Oh, I actually do that rather well, thanks.
Who wears white after Labor?
It is after Labor
Wait.
Day.
What color are his boots?
White.
All right. That's going to be a 23 total.
On the lapel inside his jacket, you notice a shield with it's split down the center.
Mm-hmm.
And in the top left corner, there's a white star on a red background.
Okay.
On the right side, there are blue and white stripes. And in the bottom, there's a little bit of gold. You recognize that
It's a marshal's badge.
Oh,
No.
recognize that from the Republic of Texas.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so I start like clenching my left hand. And I go, I think it's time for us to take our leave. And I hand over my glow for her to slot the money.
She looks at you and goes, Katassi can take care of you. She knows where the money's.
Okay. Have a good day.
Mr. Crawford, good to see you. That's the last thing you hear as you all walk out the door.
Okay. So I'm going to do a quick search on my glow with whatever law enforcement files I've got left. I'll make another roll. Ooh, that was not terrible. 19 for Mr. Crawford and Republic of Texas as my keywords.
You know, I mean, you find plenty on Republic of Texas, but you don't find a thing on Mr. Crawford.
Okay. Lovely.
Crawford is a place in Texas. That's one.
Okay. Well, it's time to leave now. So,
When
Katassi, show me where the money's buried.
I just mimed beep boop beeping it into your account from
Yeah.
the earlier transaction.
So now everybody in the group
Gets 5 grand.
Well, they already prepaid us, remember? That's how you guys bought all that crap beforehand.
I saw Eve trying to roll negotiation, though. I like that. I appreciate that as the GM. I see what you were doing.
Everybody gets another $37.50.
There you go.
That's so much more trail mix.
Sleight of hand, stealing some.
Yes.
I've been
Stealing-
saving my money.
Digital money?
Yeah, shut up. Poking holes in
I
my
will
pants.
sleight of hand your ones and zeros.
I'd like to say that Bunny
Muffins.
Boy is totally like a bird dog with Dale Dimitrov's total
Right.
white suit.
So you
How
guys-
fancy he looks.
You guys notice my character that from the second he leaves that office, he's like, I want out of here now. Like,
Out- Out of,
bye-bye.
Like, just this room? Do you
No,
wanna go
this
grab a
whole city.
beer?
This whole city. It's time to go.
But Titus driving lessons.
I will buy you more driving lessons in Angel City. Okay? I want to be out of here like an hour ago. That guy in the office. Time to go.
Wait, you can time travel?
Right?
I wish I could.
Oh, well, we need to get my body, and I'd like to buy a gun before. Because not going to get much opportunity to do that back in Angels.
They have guns in Angel City?
Yeah, but it's more expensive and harder to find. They just have them like in the Quickie Mart down here.
All right, I'm checking the train schedule. When is the next maglev to Angel City?
It leaves right at midnight.
And so right now it's probably, what, about 7 or 8 in the evening?
Mm-hmm.
I go, Muffins, like you, buddy, but I'm on that maglev at midnight.
Well, why don't you go facilitate some kind of, I don't know, freight for muffins here? So that way, you know, I'm not just sitting in coach with an 800-pound war robot.
Yeah, I know. We got to get you past the checkpoint. I'll figure it out.
While I go shopping, and then we can just vomit us as soon as we get the chance.
All right. Sean, I'm going to make an underworld roll to find something in their freight stuff to talk to their folks that we can stick muffins in to get them past the checkpoint. Ooh,
Okay.
natural 20.
Well, I was going to say, Katassi would be able to help you with that because she smuggled a few things in and out of the city beforehand. So between your natural 20 and Katassi's hookups, you can find a little bit of cargo with a way to hide.
Jam muffins in there.
Well, you could jam muffins in there, but with the ability to have like a layer of what could look like stuff if they scanned it.
Right.
So they can't see that there's
an.
an 800-pound ROV in there.
Yeah, we want to make it so the x-rays don't pick them up.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
I'm with you.
And knowing Katassi labeled on the box is probably going to say something like industrial grade prophylactics.
Whatever it works. Whatever works. Katassi, how long does it take to pack up your life?
Not long. I try and stay pretty mobile, so 90 minutes.
Okay. Who else is going shopping during this part? Or is it just Muffins?
I'm selling that rifle that identified me as a marshal. It's time to get something else.
Okay. You
I
look.
was not.
Go ahead.
I was not expecting to do cross-country travel. That was kind of a last-minute thing, so I need to do some last-minute supply shopping for that.
Okay. Titus, go ahead and look it up. You know which one that you had in the book. Look up the value for that one. That's
It's
what you can.
1650.
Yep. So you can get market value for it out here because it's a well-made rifle.
Okay.
Do you get
And-
flagged for that though?
Not out here.
Okay.
He only has one other one in stock, so he's more than happy to pick up a second.
Yeah, I'll just stick with my sidearm for now, and I'll pick up another weapon somewhere else. Because I'm
Okay.
assuming he doesn't have anything like major in his stock.
No, most of it's. I mean, he's got those two rifles that you've seen, and most of it's like shotguns and stuff like that.
No, I'll wait till I get back to the city.
Okay. Muffins, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for either a railgun, a rod-sized railgun, or one of the 25mm cannon.
I'm gonna roll for that. That's a negative on both of them.
Oof.
They don't have railguns
Son
out
of-
here very much.
What do they have? What are my options?
Most of it is you can kind of get like a 50 cal, like a sniper kind of piece. Or most of it's like miniguns and like just machine guns, like LMG stuff like that.
How much for another minigun?
I will have to look that up in the book.
I got that. Hang on.
Got it next week? Yeah.
I'm thinking if one minigun is a great time, two miniguns is just straight up party town.
Let's see here. Which one do you have?
How are you going to carry that?
Through grit and determination.
Does that make you poly ammo, Russ?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, for something
have to do
along
some checks?
those lines, you're looking at.
I currently have the.
Oh, there it is. That's
the
actually
gun.
not that expensive.
I currently have the Gal 1980.
Yeah. So, is yours the 3d10 one damage?
3d6.
Okay, so the 3d10 one is 2250.
While he's thinking that over, Katassi, what things do you need to move across the country?
The networking tools.
You can carry your work laptop with you.
So
Yeah, but things like cable crimpers and cable heads and
Oh yeah, you could
spare cables.
you could
like,
probably just steal
small-
that from your usual cart.
Lady need supplies for traveling. There are
Fair
certain
enough.
considerations.
Okay.
Like scarves.
Toothbrush,
Scarves, yes.
extra yoga
Yes.
pants,
Yes.
scarves.
Yoga
You can
pants.
borrow if you need.
Yeah.
So I'm totally fine
This.
with purchasing the 3d10 version.
Okay.
But, proposition for this seller guy. I will sell him my current minigun. And for that, I would be happy to also, as part instead so he doesn't have to pay me out cash for it. Also looking for some kind of melee weapon, like a shock lance or some other kind of thing for Muffins.
I mean, he's got a maul. It's not like electrified, but it's heavy.
Like a Rob size maul or like a regular maul?
You would think that for the normal person it would be a two-handed kind of deal. So you definitely feel like with muffins, you could grab just one of them. Smashy smash.
I think I'll pass on that. Hammers aren't really her thing. So
All right.
if he's willing to buy my my current minigun off me, or swap it plus some from me for the bigger version, what's my out of pocket on?
About $550.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay,
You said that was a 3D10.
correct.
Yeah, because your current minigun's a 5.0 speed, isn't it?
I have written down 8.0, but it's entirely possible that's wrong.
Yeah, so this is a 5.0 speed with a 3d10 damage.
Bigger caliber,
Round.
so it shoots slower. Yeah. So now you
Bonus.
can really blow out windows.
Bonus, I won't have to roll a handful of d20s again.
I mean, 5d20s is kind of a handful. Maybe I just have small hands. You know what they say about guys with small hands?
They wear small
gloves.
gloves.
Yes.
Aha! High five.
Okay.
While this is happening, can I go shopping for like an old school iPod or something?
An old school iPod?
Or like a media player of some kind? Please
Yeah.
do not give me a Zune.
No, I feel like you could, but it wouldn't be a Zune. Zunes have long been gone.
Just want to make sure, salvaging things brings weird.
Call high or low on a d20.
I'm feeling high.
It does not come preloaded with music. Sorry.
Farts.
But
Okay.
got a lot of storage space. That's a lot of
I'll
achy
just
breaky
ask
heart.
Muffins- I'll
That's
just
all I'm
ask
saying.
Muffins If there's an aux cord in there, we can plug it in.
That was one of the things I was getting.
They're gonna use muffins as their own their own ghetto blaster. Fucking
Where
say
will they
anything.
go?
They're just gonna be like say anything, just like Muffin's gonna be holding up his speaker.
Before we leave the weapon shop,
Okay.
do they happen to have, like, I don't know, for lack of a better term, aircraft or military style flare launch for sale?
They don't have aircraft in this place.
Yeah, but I mean, I figure it's, house style, which they might have found some.
Do they happen to?
Do they happen to have Tomahawk cruise missiles?
No, just a good flare launcher. It's a pretty innocuous piece of equipment.
Is there a yacht in this mountain?
Nukes handy just laying around
Yes,
like you didn't give them away at Christmas.
I would like a Russian Merv 6, please.
I'm just curious. Do they have any?
I mean, you get
Can I install LimeWire on muffins before we go?
Is LimeWire? No, LimeWire's long gone.
I'm a hacker. I can
Is
delog
it
on
orange
it.
wire now?
I mean,
I can unsunset it.
Some other citrus.
I mean, it's at this point, I'd also accept just like a launcher is basically just an overgrown Roman candle.
I mean, you could probably find like a hand one, like one of the hand launched flares, for like going out there.
But I want one that can be
Didn't we look for
remotely.
grenades before this shenanigan?
What's that?
Didn't we look for grenades before the shenanigan?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
we
he's-
didn't
he's-
find any 'cause we
I'm
found
not
the
looking for a
everything
grenade
did.
launcher, just a flare launcher.
You can find one of the pistols that are like single use, but that's about it.
Man, okay.
I was just trying to point out she doesn't look like she's gonna allow explosives and all of the good guns to be
Flares
sold there
aren't
anyways.
explosive. They're just fireworks. I'll have you know, I was trying to buy it for Bunny Boy as a gift. I mean, like, he's already got the LEDs. Why wouldn't he want to mount that to his roll bar? So he wants to get extra special. Just fire some flares up.
That's adorable.
Yeah, but
I like the look on his face like, fireworks!
yeah, I was gonna say you're probably. I mean, as your GM, you're probably more likely to find that in Angel City than you are out here.
You know what? I do think that Bunny Boy needs Roman candles attached to stuff on his gator.
I'm just gonna save that to a notepad file in Muffin.
Okay. Gonna
Well,
find him
Gonna-
Roman candles when we get back to
Yeah.
Angel City.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Driving checks are gonna be weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be well, and it's gonna be even worse for sneaking checks soon. So, roll for Roman candle. Cool. All right. Has everybody done what shopping they need to do?
I guess. So I got cock blocked on the flare gun.
Okay, you're gonna shove muffins in the box. You're gonna watch the forklift lift the box into the back of the train. You're gonna get on a train, and you're gonna head back to Angel City.
And not a minute too soon.
Yep. Katassi, as you exit the mountain, you know, because you're sort of in an underground at first, and as you exit the mountain, you kind of look back over your shoulder at the range that's been your home for many years. Even after you've left Danaska, you made a home, made a name for yourself in that mountain. You get the unending sense that you may never see it.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that's where we'll end tonight's show.
Fades to black as a single tear comes out of her eye.
No, I'm gonna take a mental snapshot because gangsters don't cry.
Is that like cool guys don't look at explosions?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly what that is.
But what if a gangster doesn't look at an explosion while not crying?
Double
And he's
cool?
both a gangster and a cool guy. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one can live
Oh,
at that
I
speed.
didn't realize that was stackable.
You only get a +1 to cool, apparently, is what you're telling me. Can't get a +2. There you go.
The
There's a
wild
magnifier
pants
in there
rules.
somewhere.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us. I hope that you have had some fun with our goofiness tonight. Next week, this group will be back in Angel City, and God knows what is going to ensue there. Because now they've got a city surrounding them
Oh, come on.
with more
I-
tamales.
This is not a question. It's gonna be shenanigans.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's going to be shenanigans.
I plan to bring the chaos.
Yeah. And I just have a sneaking suspicion guns will be fired next.
Which will be the first time, I think, in this, besides Muffin shooting a random minigun.
Yes.
We are pretty gun light now.
Yep.
You know, I'm not
We need
saying
to
this
fix
is a bad thing.
Yeah, but I got a bigger gun to compensate. So it all balances out.
Compensate for what?
Look, there's a reason why I don't like my meat body, okay? Just leave it at that.
If we could upload Grifter into Muffins, he would be the happiest person, Rav, entity in the world.
Next week featuring the notarizer.
Official.
And there I was, thinking everyone had forgotten about the notary.
No. That's
Nope.
getting clipped many times and put up, I guarantee it.
It's only a no-tary for you.
Oh. With the
Wow.
puns. With the puns.
Damn.
Like,
It's my only skill, and I rely on it heavily.
she's got a +4 in puns.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how I'm introducing her next week.
But you know, honestly, punnery as a skill would not be bad for a notary.
True. I give that to you. All right. Thank you all so much. Remember, if you haven't already, drop us a follow down below. We are trying to make affiliate on this channel. It will be fun. I promise we will reward you very handsomely if that happens. Also, go give us a sub on YouTube. If you need the link, it is in the chat. !YouTube. If you want to learn more about the world, because you love the hijinks that we had today, go to www.playidentico.com. And for all of these beautiful people that are with us here in the chat, for all the beautiful people that are playing along with us, we love you, and be good to yourselves, be good to each other, stay safe out there, stay weird,
Drink water.
and mwah. We love you. We'll see you next week.